He or she lacking comprehension, let me simplify it, I am gifted. All I do my day, no elecades, I'm heaven, meaning heaven sent me.
Okay, we right back like we never left. First of all, let's just start there. Cause like my pop say, I ain't gonna lie, he made me happy. I ain't gonna lie, let me do what I do when I do it. Welcome back, man, welcome back. Oh, I'm so glad to have y'all. Y'all don't even know how hyped this nigga just got me. So please believe y'all in for a good one. Not only is y'all in for a good one, y'all in for back-to-back good ones. Cause right after this one, well, I ain't gonna say immediately after, probably like an hour or so, but right after this one, we dropping another one. And what we dropping? Oh, around the league, huh? I'm glad to have y'all back. I ain't even finna give y'all no long drawn out ass intro. Just know, I got the big dog with me, and he always come through. And bless him. I got Big Sluice with me. Who else better, man? Who else better? But we got some great topics for y'all. And you know, we had to bring y'all a part two because, you know, my boy had to do some more digging. He had to do some more research. He had to do some more, So we finna get back in the top defenses of all time, part two. But I'm gonna be honest, I only did three this time. But like I said, we following up with back-to-back videos. So that's gonna make up for this three. But let's go ahead and get into it. Without further ado, like I said, I ain't finna hold y'all up, bro. Just let me know how y'all feel about these topics in these comments. Give us some love, give us a little support. You feel me? You heard me. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up no more. I'm sorry. I'm excited. I ain't gonna lie to you because he done got me hyped. He done got me hyped to this motherfucker. Come on, let's get this work.
Yo, what up, bro? What's good, family? Hey, man, you know what time it is, man. You already know what time it is, man. Gamecocks running it, you know what I'm saying? It's around the league with Sluice D and Big Sluice, man. Hey, I don't need to hold you up. Like I said, you know what time it is. Lady Gamecocks running it. Man, boy, we get through UConn, boy. I'm telling you. Hey, that's another segment for another time. Man, I hope all is well. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, share button for me. Without further ado, man, let's get into it. Hey, man, I want to touch back on to this best defense that we had a discussion on. I want to get back into it because I went back and looked at it, and even when I looked at it, you know, they was saying the best defense of all time. And of course, most of the time, people are going to go by statistics because that's what they got to measure certain things by.
I say that, you know.
I do agree that you do have some players who don't get the props that they get because they might not make the statistics book, and I do get it, but that's when we have to start doing a segment on individual players who just didn't make it, and that's another one we're gonna come to you too. A lot of players who ain't get the recognition that they should have got because they probably didn't make the Super Bowl. Like when I was going back looking through the list, that's why I wanted to go back through this list again, because after I went back, there's a lot of teams that had decent defenses. Prime example of what I'm trying to say. Last year, 2026, man, you know, Seattle defense was pretty decent. You had New England defense that was pretty decent. You had the Broncos defense that was pretty decent.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like they was kind of holding their own, but they ain't gonna get no recognition because they didn't make it to the Super Bowl. You know, they made it to the playoffs, but you were very ready talking about them. But that's what I'm saying, like team. So I get it. Those teams like that don't even get the recognition, but they was cutting ass, and you know, during 2026, it's like even my squad, the 49ers, you know, even we had some years that we had some dominant little things. So it's a lot of teams that we gonna cover that ain't get it. But what I want to do is I want to do it different and go by the classes. Like what I'm gonna give you is only two. I ain't gonna hold y'all long, but I'm gonna do from 2000 to 2009. Everybody in that class, but my 5 up out of there.
Come on.
And then I did one for 2010 to like 2020. I hadn't did the 2026 yet, but I just want to do it like that because there's so many of them. And once you start, just like Sluice was saying, like everybody back from like the 2000s, like 90s, 80s, yeah, the rules was a little bit different.
Yeah,
So with the rule changes, it would be hard because all they know is on go and bust your head.
No
and
doubt.
sometimes they can't stop when they coming like a freight train at you. But here they try to make you figure out a way how to stop, or you gonna get the flag. Quarterback safe now. Back then, quarterbacks wasn't safe. So yeah, everything different. So that's why I say, yeah, let's break it down into different classes. So right now, I'm gonna go with from 2000 to 2009. Like you know me, I'm going 5 to 1. So my number 5, I'm putting Pittsburgh in 2006. Pittsburgh Steelers defense from 2009, in that 10-year time frame. If you go back and look at them, yeah, they was still a real dominant squad back in 2006. So I gave 2006 to them. The number 4 I gave to the New England No, matter of fact, my bad. I gave number 5 to the New England Patriots. They was from 2003 to 2004. The New England Patriots, they ran pretty good in them 2 years. I think they won. That's the years they won back-to-back Super Bowls. So their defenses was pretty
No
decent.
doubt. I forgot
I gave them that
doubt.
for number 5. And with that one, they forced 41 turnovers that season to help them win. Over both 2 seasons to win that. So that was pretty decent. I gave them 5. And the one I just told you about, the 2006 Pittsburgh, I gave that to number 4 because they was. Them boys was some dogs. I'm talking about straight up dog city on you.
Always.
Hey, so number 3 that I had gave out to, I gave that out to the 2002 Tampa Bay, the ones I had told you about the other day. They had an all-time list. I gave the 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that number 3 slot for that, for that time frame. Number 2, it was a toss-up for me between Baltimore and Pittsburgh, but I gave Baltimore number 2. Even though they had that most dominant year, and they had 49 takeaways, and they got a championship despite their offense was kind of terrible, I gave Pittsburgh number 1 because they led the league in every major category during that 2008 season.
No doubt.
And they had the fewest yards allowed. And they only allow like 13.9 points a game, which even though Baltimore only, like I said, if you do statistically, they're going to put Baltimore number 1 because they only gave up 10 points a game. And Pittsburgh gave up 14. But when you lead like that, in every category, yeah, you dominate to the fullest. And in that Super Bowl that they play Arizona. Pittsburgh beat them 27-23. In Baltimore's Super Bowl, when they played that year, and I got them at number 2, they played the Giants, and they beat them 7-34.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So those years that everybody else played, they didn't win except for Patriots. They got off, but Tampa Bay got off that year. But yeah, hey, in those years right there, Pittsburgh and Baltimore and the Patriots pretty much ran from 2000 to me. This is just from what I'm seeing as everybody on there. And I'm gonna give you a real fun fact real quick, like to get up out of here to make sure I don't hold you. But this is everybody. This is why I say that I gave you my list right here, because this is all who won the Super Bowl from 2000 to 2009. In 2000, they got the Rams. They played Tennessee. The Rams beat them 23-16. They was all right defense-wise. Then you got 2000. You had in 2001. This is how they got it. I mean, we know how it really went, but this is how they got the wrist on here. Baltimore played the Giants. They beat them 34-7. Baltimore killed them. I said 2002, New England versus the Rams. New England beat the Rams 20-17. And then in 2003, you had what we talked about, the Tampa Bay with Warren Sapp. They just have it under that year. The Tampa Bay beat the Raiders 48-21. Dominant year. And then New England, 2004, 2005, back-to-back years. In 2004, they played the Panthers. And they beat the Panthers 32-29. You know what I'm saying? Panthers had a pretty decent little year too.
Yeah.
And they had they little rounds. Their little squad wasn't that bad defense wise either. Now, then you had 2006. That's when Pittsburgh played Seattle. They beat them 21-10.
Yeah, belt the ass.
You know what I'm saying? Dog year.
Belt the ass.
You know what I'm saying? Pittsburgh 2007. You had Indy. They played Chicago. Indy beat them 29-7, but hey, Chicago had a decent year that year right there too. You know what I'm saying? Defensive wise. So it's a lot of them who just don't get the recognition because they didn't win, or it just, I'm telling you. Then what, 2008, that's when the Giants beat New England and had beat them 17-14. But New England had a decent year. Giants with decent year defense wise. Then 2009, you had Pittsburgh against Arizona, and Pittsburgh beat them 27-23. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say Pittsburgh, New England, definitely Tampa Bay had that little round, and Baltimore in that round. Even this don't even tell the full story because you still had, Baltimore them playing during the season. So many other great teams. Hey, like I say, hey, that's the 2010, 2000 to 2009. Hey, that's who I think ran. Hey, you let me know what you think. Sluice, I know you're going to get off on them. Hey, man, you know what time it is. Around the league, Big Sluice D. Hey, man, let me know what time it is.
Let me out them. Let me out them. They don't let me out my body. They let me out my cage. And I'm right back out. Now let's get this work. Now, like I said before, bro, Big Sluice, you got to forgive me, I only did 3. And I didn't really... what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't do them in classes. I just did them from the years 2010 all the way to 2019. I'm gonna say that. But I did give some good ass teams, and I did give some good ass reasons as to why I picked these teams. So without further ado, we ain't gonna hold them up. We ain't gonna. We got to do what we do. But I'm gonna go from 1 to 3. That's how we gonna rock out. So with that being said, number 1. I can't fuck around. Any list, me and Big Sluice, we done had this talk already. Any list that we do, that's kind of the time where I get to prove my claim that my boys been tough shit. No shot at the 49ers, because if I wasn't a 49ers, damn, see, look at me. If I wasn't a Pittsburgh fan, I'd be a 49ers fan. No cap, I'm just being honest. But with that being said, number 1. 2010 Pittsburgh Steelers. Ooh my God. This was an absolute fucking unit. Now, we didn't win this year, but we did go to the Super Bowl this year. This was right after the year when we beat the Cardinals and Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald. Now, we lost against Green Bay or whatever, but this was an absolute fucking unit, bro. Now, granted, it was a aging Troy Polamalu, but you want to know what's crazy? This motherfucking defense ranked number 1 in points allowed. I believe it was something like 17 or 14, some shit like that. I don't want to, don't quote me on the points allowed. But Pittsburgh did, for that year, rank number 1 in points allowed. 2nd in yards. 3rd in turnovers. A top 3 motherfucking defense. Oh my God, like I say, and they get overlooked because they lost the goddamn Super Bowl. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, a lot of times, bro, a lot of players, a lot of teams get overshadowed because they didn't complete the job, or they just, like I said, they just get overlooked, bro. Number 2, I'm gonna be honest, 2019 New England Patriots. Hey, this was a fucking unit too. I'm like, hey, if you don't know, then you don't know. But if you know, hey, nigga, the 2019 New England Patriots, we're good. Let me explain. They allow only 14.1 points per game, and ranked number 1 in total defense and passing yards allowed. I'm gonna run that back just in case y'all ain't hear me. This is just in case. 2019 New England Patriots allow only 14.1 points per game. Ranked number 1 total defense and passing yards allowed. Oh my God, bro. This was a unit. And I believe that, ain't this the year when they lost to Philly or did they win this year? I don't fucking quote me, bro. I don't really know. Number 3, I ain't gonna lie. This is another team that gets overshadowed because once again, like I said, they went to the Super Bowl, but they lost the motherfucker. Pop, shout out to you. Shout out to your boys. 2011 49ers. Man, bro, led the NFL in rush yards allowed fewest rushing touchdowns, and finished second in points allowed, making them a top 3 fucking defense. And here's another fun fact about this defense. You ready? Led the league in turnover differential and total takeaways, which was 38. And it was tough shit that year, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But like I said, they get overlooked because they went to the Super Bowl, but they didn't win. This was the year when Colin Kaepernick was going crazy, my nigga. So they did have a good-ass offense. They did have a fire-ass offense. Their offense was not just mediocre. No, they was doing their shit. No cap. Like, but in NFL history, in NFL lore, they get overshadowed because they didn't pull it off. Now, in our next piece of content, aka in our next round of the league, just stay tuned. I ain't even finna tell y'all what that's about. But if y'all love this, work, let me do it. I do it. I do it. If y'all love this work, come on ahead to the next video. Because like I said, back to back, let's do this work.